Hello children, welcome to biology class. Today we are going to discuss a new branch of biology, that is ecology or environmental biology. This branch of science deals with the study of environment, organism, about population, about biome and ecosystem we will discuss in this session. Chapter 13 to chapter 16 are included in ecology. But because of this pandemic situation, CBSE had deleted two lessons. That is chapter 14 and chapter 16. So in our revised syllabus, we are having only chapter 13 and chapter 15. But you should read all the lessons from this part. Okay. Today we are going to discuss the lesson chapter 13, that is organism and population. So now let's discuss the environmental biology. Yes, that is ecology. So how can we define ecology? Yes, let's start by writing this sentence. We know that ecology is a branch of biology that deals with the interactions among organisms and between the organism and its physical environment. Physical environment means it includes all the abiotic factors such as water, soil, wind, etc. Okay. So why the study of ecology is important? To strike a balance between development and maintenance of natural and environmental biotic communities, use and conservation of resources, and solve local, regional and global environmental problems. Isn't it? Without that environment, there is no survival for any organism. So for the proper survival of each and every organism, we require a proper environment, a proper habitat, isn't it? So it is basically concerned with 4 levels of biological organization: organisms level, population level, community level and biomes. We know that similar organisms will form a population and the different populations will be there in communities, and different communities will survive in each biomes. Okay, so from ecology we are discussing chapter 13. The first chapter from ecology is organisms and populations. The following subtopics are included in this lesson. The first topic, organisms and environment. Today we will discuss the first topic, and in that topic we will discuss the difference between habitat and niche. Okay. The next topic is population and ecological adaptations. Then third one is biological interactions, different interactions such as mutualism, competition, predation and parasitism. We will discuss with the help of examples. Okay, and the last topic is population attributes, growth, birth rate, death rate, age distribution, etc. Children, rest of the topics are deleted by CBSE because of this pandemic situation. Okay, but you just read the textbook, each and every topic are related each other. Okay, so let's start with the first subtopic, that is organisms and environment. Especially the main topic coming under that is habitat and niche. So while explaining the introductory part, we had explained the levels or organization of ecology, environment, as in the individuals, different number of individuals from population, then we can see community, then forms ecosystem, then biome and constitute biosphere. Clear? And ecology at the organismic level, that is the first level, isn't it? It is essentially physiological ecology, which tries to understand how different organisms are adapted to their environment in terms of not only survival but also reproduction. We can see different biomes in the environment. It may be tropical rainforest, tundra or coastal areas or desert. So the organisms found on those habitats should have different types of adaptation to survive in that particular habitat. Okay. So the sum total of all biotic and abiotic factors. Biotic factors means the living organisms in that environment, and abiotic factors means non-living things. substances and conditions that surround and potentially influence organisms without becoming their constituent part is called environment. Okay, so how can we define environment? The sum total of all biotic and abiotic factors, substances and conditions that surround and potentially influence organisms, isn't it? Without becoming their constituent part is called environment. So at organism level, physiological ecology tries to understand how different organisms are adapted to their environment in terms of survival and reproduction. So the variation in the intensity and duration of temperature along with variations, annual variations and precipitation result in formation of major biomes like desert, rainforest and tundra. So in our textbook as graph was given, the same graph I exhibited here. So this graph in x-axis we can see mean annual precipitation, that is rain, and here mean annual temperature. So on the basis of this mean annual precipitation and mean annual temperature, different biomes had formed. So here we can see desert, grassland, temperature, tropical rainforest, temperate forest means temperate deciduous forest, okay, then coniferous forest and Arctic and alpine tundra. Children, no need to explain the biology of each biome, but you should you can expect questions based on this graph. Okay, so analyze this graph well. So it is very clear, isn't it? So in desert area the mean annual temperature will be very high compared to alpine tundra, isn't it? What do you mean by tundra? It is a particular biome in which the temperature is less than 0. That means especially the temperature in Arctic and alpine tundra is -4 degrees Celsius, and the soil there will be in permafrost condition. Okay, I will show you some of the diagrams, and before that, regional and local variations within each biome led to formation of different kinds of habitats like tropical rainforest, temperate deciduous forest, desert, seacoast, etc. So this is the diagrammatic representation diagram of rainforest, and this is deciduous forest. It is coniferous forest, and this is grassland. This is tundra biome. Okay, and the soil there is permafrost condition, in permafrost condition. Okay. And the another topic coming under the first subtopic is habitat and niche. Okay, so I think the term habitat is familiar to you, and niche also. But what is the difference between this habitat and niche? What is the similarities between these two? Let's discuss. Habitat and niche are closely related terms having a thin line of difference. First of all, we can discuss with habitat. What is a habitat? It is a place or area where a species grows, lives or thrives, isn't it? So temperature, sunlight, rainfall, types of soil and other abiotic factors determine the presence of organism present in an area, isn't it? So the habitat of an aquatic organism is water, that of terrestrial organism is land. These factors prevailing in an area determine the best suited species for that environment. Okay. Then niche. Joseph Grinnell coined the term niche. He described niche as a distributional unit specific to each species. He emphasized that no two species living in the same territory can occupy the same ecological niche for long. What's the meaning of this sentence? The ecological niche not only involves a physical space occupied by an organism, but it also describes a functional role or a place of a species in its community structure. Clear? So, in layman's language, how can we explain habitat and niche in single sentence? Habitat is our address, isn't it? The place where we live. And what is niche or functional role? For example, our profession, isn't it, in this community? So now it's clear what is the difference between habitat and niche. Now let's discuss the difference between habitat and niche. It's very important question, children, important topic. You can expect different questions based on this topic. Okay. So a habitat is a particular place where organisms live. So we can say as it is our address, isn't it? And what is a niche? A niche defines a particular role, a functional role played by an organism in an ecosystem. For example, our profession. Isn't that? No need to write this address and profession. Just for your understanding, I add this point. Okay. And habitat is not a species specific, and many species can occupy the same habitat. Isn't it? In a particular population or in a particular ecosystem can see different types of organisms. But at the same time, niche is a species specific and it supports only a single species. Clear? So in a particular niche, for example, if a group of organisms are bottom feeders, so only the type, a species, a particular species will found in that region. Isn't it? Then habitat consists of several niches. In a particular habitat, a lot of niche will be there. But niche is specific to a particular species which may overlap with a similar niche but must have distinct differences. Then habitat is a superset of niche. Niche is a subset of habitat. Example. What are the examples for habitat? Desert, ocean, mountains, grassland, forest, etc. But example for niche, different trophic positions occupied by Darwin finches. So I will explain the concept of niche with the help of examples. We know that each species occupies a niche in the community, and niche is a role a species plays and includes the type of food it eats, where it lives, where it reproduces, and its relationship with other species. See children, here we can see three species of warbler. The first one, bay-breasted warbler. Second one, Cape May warbler. This is yellow-rumped warbler. The niche of, the habitat of this organism is this particular plant. But the niche of three species are different. The first one, bay-breasted warbler, that feeds in the middle part of the tree. It feeds on the middle part of the tree. So this middle part of the tree is a niche for this particular species. Clear? But in case of Cape May warbler, it feeds at the tips of branches near the top of the tree. So where is the niche of this bird? Yes, or at the tips of branches. Clear? Near to the top of the tree. And where is the niche of yellow-rumped warbler? It feeds in the lower part of the tree and at the bases of middle branches. Clear? So, while we explain about the habitat of these three species, the entire plant is the habitat for these three birds, but the niche is different. Clear? Again, the same diagram. Clear? Then, another example, an organism's habitat is its address while its niche is its occupation. Here, the flamingos feed by straining mud through their bills. Here, ducks feed on plants. Then, orchids feed on insects. Then, oyster catchers prey upon shells. Then, plovers hunt for small insects. So, these are, in a particular, this pond is the habitat for these five organisms, these five species. But, for these flamingos, this area is the niche. For the duck, next area is its niche. And in case of plovers, this coastal area is its niche. Clear? Now, the idea of habitat and niche is clear, children? Okay. Then, the types of niche. There are three aspects of an ecological niche. First one is spatial or habitat niche. What it means? It accounts for the physical space occupied by an organism. This explains the different microhabitat owned by several species having identical general habitat. Just now we explained it, isn't it? Example, 7 species of millipedes reside in the same general habitat of the forest floor of a maple oak forest, and all are decomposers. That means occupy the same trophic level but predominate in their specific microhabitat that is created by several gradients and the decomposition stage. Clear? Then second one, trophic niche. It tells about the functional role or trophic position. So, trophic position, I know you are familiar with the trophic. While explaining the energy pyramid, we explained that. It explains how different species share the same habitat but occupy different trophic niche. Example is Darwin's finches. These birds belongs to the same genera and lives in the same general habitat but differ in their eating habits. That is trophic position. One species is vegetarian, feeding on birds and fruits, and others are insect eaters, feed on insects of different sizes. So there is a woodpecker finch which has a woodpecking beak. Clear? The trophic niche is clear. Last one is hypervolume or multi-dimensional niche. It represents the position of a species in the environmental gradient. That means there are larger number of environmental factors, both biotic and abiotic, that affects the population. This is fundamental niche of species. And it refers to the totality of abiotic and biotic factors to which a given species is uniquely adapted. Okay, that is multi-dimensional niche. So this particular topic, habitat and niche, is not in our textbook. Okay, so I add all these points and the notes. Okay, so download the notes and file it and learn it. Okay, children. So we can discuss the second topic, adaptations, and next class. Hope you all understood today's topic well. If any doubts are there, you ask me. And read the textbook thoroughly. Okay, so even though different deleted portions are there in our textbook, you read the ecology thoroughly because we can't expect direct questions from this area. Okay, so read the textbook thoroughly. We can meet in next class. Thank you, children.